Justice against Monsanto. Jury awards Piliades $2 billion in punitive damages. The crash you just heard was Bayer's stock price hitting rock bottom. John F. Kennedy Jr. Gwen Olson, ex-farmer sales rep, 15-year veteran. I would like to dispel the myth that the pharmaceutical industry is in the business of health and healing, because in fact what the pharmaceutical industry is in the business of is disease maintenance and symptoms management. They are not in the business to cure cancer, to cure Alzheimer's, to cure heart disease, because if they were, they would be in the business of putting themselves out of business. UK's first 5G court case, and the people won. May 21st, 2019. New court ruling in Britain upholds right of people to know of the dangers of unproven 5G microwave technology in Gateshead. UK recorder Nolan QC refused to gag anti-5G campaigner Mark Steele. 5G is the fifth generation cellular network technology that provides broadband access for mobile phone users and others. It's also a military grade kill weapon. The judge asserted that the public have a right to know whether the next generation of Wi-Fi communication relying on directed powerful microwave energy causes cancer and other health risks. The concern is that there is very little, if any, scientific research into how the powerful microwaves from the cell network can impact human health. To work a vast network of local antennas and connect it with the telephone network and the internet by a high bandwidth of optical fibre or wireless backhaul connection, like existing cell phones, when a user crosses from one cell to another, their mobile device is automatically handed off seamlessly to the antenna in the new cell. Links in the description if you want to read the full thing about that. But make no mistake, 5G is a kill weapon, and we are the targets. NHS on the table in post-Brexit US-UK trade deal, says American ambassador. The NHS would be on the table in any post-Brexit UK-US trade deal agreed by Donald Trump, the American ambassador has said. Woody Johnson said that on Sunday that the entire economy would be part of any transatlantic agreement. Asked if in the BBC's Andrew Marr show if this included healthcare, Johnson said, "I would think so." In other words, privatisation of the healthcare industry. It's been coming for a long time. They've been doing it bit by bit, and now they're getting to a galloping stage. Sodium bicarbonate and organic honey found to slash most dangerous tumours. Cancer cells are found fond of sugar, so mixing and warming up baking soda and honey or maple syrup packed with sugar ties up these two compounds, and the maple syrup focuses on cancer cells craving for sugar. They use 15 times more glucose compound to hit healthy cells and binge on baking soda inside the cells. The high alkaline content of the baking soda will eliminate the cancer microbe or puts them into hibernation, located in the cells affected by cell cancer, and the cell gets back into its normal health state. Dr. Tullio Simonici discusses the success rate of sodium bicarbonate or baking soda has on a variety of different types of cancer. Find out which cancers respond better to this treatment and why, based on his experience. Again, links in description. Yet another cure for cancer. I've talked about that several times though. Air China magazine warns London visitors to avoid ethnic minority areas. Even for China, where companies have struggled with race issues in their marketing previously, the latest in-flight magazine from the country's flagship airline will likely come as a shocker. Air China's Wings of China carries a long feature on visiting London, with almost a third of the magazine dedicated to tourist attractions in Britain's capital and other famous towns such as Oxford. The main article, titled "London, the City of Hat Tricks," covers Brits' apparently fondness for all kinds of hats. Then, after a section on transport options and lifestyle and culture activities in London, Wings of China offers some tips for Air China. London is generally a safe place to travel. However, precautions are needed when entering areas mainly populated by Indians, Pakistanis and black people. China's flagship carriers we advise tourists not to go out alone at night and females always to be accompanied by another person when travelling. Even China worried about the immigration problem we have. Could hemp be the plant that saves the planet? It is the best soil contaminant cleaner, and that includes radioactive waste. Is there anything hemp can't do? The most outlawed plant, once cultivated by George Washington at his Mount Vernon home, can be made into fabric, paper, paste, pasta and fuel. But now scientists have discovered a more suitable and astonishing use for cannabis sativa. Saving the plant from our waste, hemp cannot even get rid of radioactive soil contaminants. Chernobyl? Industrial hemp, the common name for low THC varieties of cannabis grown for normal medicinal related uses, has been shown to be extremely adept at sucking up harmful chemicals from the soil, allowing former radioactive spill sites to become fertile and safe once again. How do they clean up soil contamination? Ordinarily, unusable soil that has been sullied by heavy metals or nuclear material is fixed through a process called remediation, which involves sowing designer chemicals into the earth that eat up the poisons. Think of it like using a magnet to collect tiny bits of metal floating in a glass of water. Remediation, however, doesn't come cheap. It's $1 billion industry where you just chuck some hemp seeds all over the place and they will purify the soil. As well as cure humans, it purifies soil. And cannabis, the most important vegetable on the planet. It's all there now, it's all coming out. If cannabis were discovered in the Amazon rainforest today, people would be clamouring to make as much use as they could of all of the potential benefits of the plant. Unfortunately, it carries with it a long history of being a persecuted plant. Dr. Donald Abrams, Chief of Hematology Oncology at San Francisco General Hospital. Approximately 106,000 Americans die yearly from prescribed medications, according to the American Medical Association. Even more frightening, preventable medical errors account for a staggering 400,000 deaths in the US. And that ain't an accident. Each year, and is considered the third leading cause of death. Doctors, just bear that in mind. Doctors are the third leading cause of death. And you wonder why I don't go to them. It's equivalent to 2,000 commercial jets taking off each year, knowing that they don't have enough fuel to complete their journey, notes Peter Edelstein, MD. Would you allow your spouse to board one of those planes? Your friend, a stranger? Good question. Increasingly, people in the West are seeking our treatments that work harmoniously with the body instead of against it. In other words, they're walking away from the medical establishment and all its mishaps, mistakes and pharmaceutical drugs. A case in point is cannabis, especially in its raw form. A rich history. Marijuana is one of those plants that too many conjures visions of drug enforcement agencies, raids and hot hippies in a drugged out days, but it wasn't always that way. Links in the description if you want to read the rest. Cannabis is a true gift from the Creator. Doctors of fibromyalgia warn tramadol is killing more lives than any other drug. So it's working perfectly then. The tramadol prescription painkiller that hundreds of thousands of people take each day is killing more people than any other drug, including heroin and cocaine. You notice cannabis wasn't mentioned there because no one has died from cannabis. The analgesic does not cause harm if it is taken correctly, but it becomes very dangerous when mixed with other drugs or alcohol. Last year, there were 33 deaths in Northern Ireland related to only to tramadol. Among the dead was a 16-year-old girl and a 70-year-old retiree. The opioid-based medication is used to treat moderate or severe pain and should only be taken with a prescription. In 2014, it was classified as an illegal Class C opioid drug that can not be dispensed without a prescription. The problem is that many people are already addicted to tramadol and are turning to the black market to obtain it because they cannot get more prescriptions for having finished their treatment or because their doctor has prescribed another medication. Tramadol, an opioid, you know, just like other poisonous drugs. Cannabis will give you the same benefits without any of the side effects. GC meth will probably give you the same benefits without any of the side effects. Pharmaceutical industry is a poison industry. Facebook is spying on you. User gets ads for obscure things she just chatted about. Tyler Mears is convinced Facebook is spying on her after 2 adverts popped up for random products she'd just been chatting about. The journalist had been talking about some very unusual things, and the next day adverts appear on her timeline. Facebook CEO and Zionist Mark Zuckerberg has denied the social network uses your phone's microphone to listen to your conversation and target you with ads. But despite the urban myth persists. But how did this happen? Is what they say that Facebook is listening to us 24/7 true, or is it there is a less sinister explanation? Tyler, who works for Wales Online, tells her story here. For years now, there's been a urban myth that Facebook is using your phone's microphone to listen to your conversation and target you with ads. The theory is that chat about something with a friend, a broken washing machine, or whether you want to go on holiday, and then come across the ad for the very thing or place. Despite struggling to contain the conspiracy, Facebook has repeatedly denied it, yet it is clearly true. Links in description. Very interesting if true. Kingdom due to political turmoil. Loxwood, which has a population of 1,480, has declared itself independent and even appointed a monarch. A village with a population of 1,480 has declared independence from the United Kingdom. Good on them if it's true. Loxwood reportedly says it wants to be free of UK interference due to the current political turmoil. The so-called Queen of Loxwood, Catherine Adelaide, said the village would be returning to the laws of the 15th century, reports Surrey Live. In a video address, Queen Adelaide said, "Good people of the realm, I am hereby declaring independence from the United Kingdom. The Kingdom of Loxwood will henceforth become its own independent state." We should all be doing that. We should all be independent. All taxation from the people in your area, even though taxation is unlawful, if you want to continue paying tax, all taxation from your area should go to your area and we run the place ourselves. That's simply it. It's the best idea ever. Of course, we've got to get rid of the corrupt politicians because the councils won't let that happen. The Guardian. Drive night in 4 pages of well-being. Yeah. Nasreen Malik. Why we roll out the red carpet for Trump. Trump arrives amid rising anger as US trade demands. I think the entire economy, all things that are traded, would be on the table. Calls for Labour to disown by-election candidate. Time for Liverpool return. The scum on cop deck. Holden's oldie. Trump Prez flies into UK. Trump, it's my way or Hawaii. Spy pack warning on China tech. Daily Fail. Tories Hawaii deal warning as Trump flies in for state visit. Two leadership hopefuls sound alarm over plan to handle huge technology contract to China. Rod's special send-off for our heroes. Telegraph. Tories bow to Hawaii as Trump lands in UK. Leadership contenders condemn May's 5G plan to avoid clash during state visit. Boris £5,000 pupil plan. Bullet for prostate cancer. GC math, cannabis oil, baking soda. You've heard of many cures. These all work, unlike the poison that they give you. Let first-time buyers raid their pensions. Drink up, coffee isn't bad for heart after all. Jihad bride to be set free from Syrian camp. Industry paralysed by Brexit date uncertainty. By demand. May urge to confront Trump on climate. 250 scientists call on PM to challenge US President's life-endangering approach to emissions targets. Don't talk shit. Climate change has always happened and global warming is fake and Al Gore is a lying bastard who's made billions out of his lies. Britain in danger of losing credibility despite leading effort on climate change, academics warn. There's been 30,000 academics come out and say it's a lie. May praises special relationship on the eve of visit as Trump backs on no-deal Brexit. Jima's brave move on Brexit. Michael Palin, open your mind on immigration. No thanks. River of plastic household waste is on spotlight. Yeah. Metro, painting the town red. Trump, I never called Meghan nasty, but President comment was taped before state visit. The Times, the Liverpool thing. Hopes fade for climbers missing after avalanche. Delaying Brexit will hand Corbyn number 10, Gove told. Leadership rivals attack Environment Secretary over plan to avoid no deal. Plea to halt migrants. I'd read that, but it's too small. Cancer breakthrough. Yeah, probably pharmaceutical shit. Mosque clash arrests. Merkel partner quits. Investor in limbo. Joshua stunned. Mirror. Yeah. Hero Colin wins at 9.89. Oh god, that was fixed. Liverpool. Ex-Tories gay cure rant. Strictly offensive. Widdicombe claims scientists can find answers to homosexuality. No, they can't. Show dancer leads outrage at Brexit Party MEP's bigoted views. Express. Liverpool. Alarm at 10,000 lost care home beds. NHS boss tells Daily Express how Britons need to change lifestyle to halt health time bomb. We must act now to beat dementia. Coconut oil, cannabis oil. TV sensational old soldiers set to storm song charts. Yeah, right. Financial Times. Liverpool. China blames US coercion as FedEx probe raises trade tensions. Anger over Hawaii ban. Tariffs increase on American goods. Beijing draws up blacklist. Oh no, not the blacklist. You must have seen the blacklist. Brilliant show. And Beijing's got the blacklist. Germany's ruling coalition under strain. It's a brilliant show, by the way. After SPD leader steps down. No deal talks is costing jobs. Manufacturers warn, don't talk shit. Just leave like you were supposed to. UK says, hey, you dumbass voters out there who we don't listen to anyway. Do you want to stay or do you want to leave? Oh, they voted leave. And so what did the MPs do? They decided to drag their heels, kick the ball down there, slow it down, annoy it, blame something else, do something, anything else other than leave. Because all the MPs are a bunch of treasonous bastards who think they know better than the majority of the population who voted to leave. So, it's treason time in Parliament. We need to start rising up. because we need to take this country back from the evil satanic cabal that is running it. And it doesn't matter whether it's Labour, Lib Dem, Conservatives, Greens, it doesn't matter. They are all controlled by the same puppet masters that are always in control. That's why when one leaves, another one comes in, the same shit carries on. Slightly differently, you know, they pretend they're doing things differently, but the same agenda carries on. That's why we're in the shit we're in now. We need rid of Parliament, rid of the Royals, rid of councils, rid of the corrupt courts. When we get that, we can take this country back and it can become the Eden, the whole planet can become the Eden that it was supposed to be, until these evil, satanic, Zionist bastards took it over and are in charge of just about every Western country. Time to end it is now. Everyone can see what's going on if they look. And if you're not looking, you're part of the problem. Do your research. Don't just accept what you read or what you see on TV, because 99.9% of it is propaganda, lies and bullshit to distract you and keep you in a lower vibration. Start feeling better about the fact that we are nearly at the end for them and the start of Eden for us.